Good morning and welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday, the 22nd of January. I was trying to wind it back a bit and give us an extra day, but may not be to everyone's liking as we're getting towards the weekend. Okay, let's just firstly look at news today. Let's just clip on the. Here we go then. So Thursday 22nd, there we are. Okay, so we've got a lot of outdated data coming out today, basically the final GDP, etc. Morning Paul. We've got the core PCE. Let's just check. So it's October data we're getting, and then that's still only going to be November, surely. That's 34 days late as well. So these numbers are still late. The impact, well, we'll have to wait and see, but it will probably be less because, well, people have guessed, and it's a bit beyond time now. It's a bit of catch up. Anyway, so they're running late, and that's all it is. All there is really today. Some late data. Unemployment claims that doesn't, as much as it's highlighted red on here, it does. The weekly figure rarely has a huge impact unless it's non-farm payrolls, and even then it doesn't have a huge impact, but a larger impact. Right, okay, let's get on and look at these markets, starting off with the euro dollar. So yesterday we saw the sell-off coming back, but it didn't really move massively. This is now pulled back. It was sort of looking at bull flag territory, and actually by the looks of that, yesterday it did actually push off a little bit for a short while. There we go. That was later on, midday-ish it went there, but it was not of interest to me at that point. So it all rather dull, and it looks quite dull now. I'd like to see it as it's so close to pivot. I'd like to see it hit the pivot and see what happens there, see if it comes off it. We have got the lower high in this lower time frame, so if that ran in and started triggering down, it could be a possibility, but really it's not best pickings. The pound is pretty similar-ish. It's quite flat at the moment. You see how it's becoming a bit of a pennant, quite unreliable when you start getting this chop and higher lows and lower highs, etc. It's sort of tightening up here. It's just too much of a mess for me to really do anything there. The yen's already started taking a flyer this morning, going back to the upside here, just when it looks like, well, maybe we'll see some further downside. It never happened, and off it's going back to the upside here. Coming back to the upper time frames here, I'd watch this to see the reaction it would have, but it's almost like you're trying to scalp against the trend, and it's probably best left in this current market. Aussie dollar, the Aussie dollar, well, the Aussie dollar's firing out there. It's already really gone, isn't it? I didn't catch the news that was the early. It was the employment data came out significantly better than expected there. Missed that. So well, that's happened, and it's pretty much gone. Okay, nothing to play with there. US dollar CAD. This did actually break down quite nicely there yesterday. Eventually, was looking for this one. To be fair, I missed this. I thought I'd put an alert on it, and I was actually looking for the bigger move actually. I certainly missed this part here. Well, I missed all of it to trade it. But I was looking for the break of the lows there, ideally, which it did, and well, it could still be in it, but it's not the prettiest. Having a discussion this morning, some of these markets, the Forex markets, just not looking good. There's better things to trade, and the case is pretty similar today. As much as I loved them and traded them for 20 odd years, they just sort of just not looking too great at all. I still think there's potential for this to come off some more. We'll see what it does this morning, but I'm not really overly keen. Okay, New Zealand dollar. That's gone along with the being dragged up along a little bit with the Aussie, maybe marginally, but it's not the prettiest. But looking at it, it's already gone so far. I mean, it's quite pinched, these pivots. Could get a continuation. It's just the buy-in. Where do you buy from? Ideally, I like retrade. I mean, earlier here, buying at this point here would have been quite nice. It's had its reaction to the 50. It's pulled up there, giving us a positive bar. Very simple, and that would be the long that's already would be running, but it's not. You can't pick the times unless you're up at that time and around that time. So it suits those people that are trading through their own time. So New Zealanders would be doing all right at that time. Australians. Okay, it isn't a great deal. I was looking at the Aussie, Euro Aussie. This did actually fire off in the end here. I was looking at this yesterday, and it just carried on pushing through, but it's gone again this morning. It was running through there yesterday. It got into a bit of a mess. It's broken out these lows later on, but not in it. Okay, one we did take yesterday. I'll come on to in a moment, but we'll look at the S&Ps first. And it's where I'm sort of just looking at and just using different markets here a little bit. S&Ps, well, we've got a key reversal bar there. The news that Trump's agreed something. I haven't read the data. It was on the news, and to be quite honest, I'm so bored with news at the moment. It's just really weird. It's something in the past I've sort of sat there and I'd have been going through it, and I'm fed up with Trump. Absolutely, and all the bad news that kicks out there. It's grim reading most of the time and boring, and they're spending hours and hours picking up sort of little tiny sentences, or going over everything sentence by sentence, and it's damn boring. Anyway, that's my personal view of the markets and what's going on here. S&Ps could be picking up again today. I mean, it did when there was comments coming out that I don't know if they managed to agree. They obviously agreed something, and it's whatever they agreed. I've not read in full, but anyway, got the potential of pushing on through there this morning. The one I particularly like, the ones I look at the moment, well, I'll go straight to the DAX because this made me the money yesterday, and this was it. It'd been rolling over there yesterday. I was looking at the afternoon, in the morning. It's still morning time, and I was talking it in the morning in the trading room here, and in the trading room. Eventually, I didn't get the 8 o'clock move there because I don't like the first 15 minutes of these markets opening. I like things to settle down. In fact, I rarely trade 30 minutes until after at least 30 minutes. And maybe later, because it's normally school run, so I take the school run. But I did get on the break down here. Not a massive move, but it was a nice move down to the S1. But it was clean. It was just such a simple setup that eventually it came in and it worked. Today I'm looking at this. It might be going the other way again. We'll see what happens. But I mean, I'd like it to hit the pivot, but I don't want to just trade. It's not enough there to trade it down to the pivot for me. It's a really tiny scalp if I was doing that, and it's not really got any clean setup. So if it comes down there, I would take a look at the reaction. A break of the pivot and the 50 and the 34 here, all this support here, could be a bit more of a bearish sign, and I'd wait for that later. If it happens, we'll see. Alternatively, a bounce off of the pivot, if I get a nice little reversal bar. It's looking like it wants to go up there. It's put the higher low in. That's the alternative there. So got an each way bet sitting there really at the moment. The FTSE, well, that went yesterday, and well, I mean, we could be running at some point into new all-time highs again here. It's not the cleanest of flags, but again, it's just sort of curling around there. Didn't sell off to the same extent as the DAX did yesterday. The DAX, for me, it just moves better to the downside. If you're looking for the longs, well, maybe the FTSE or the Dow. I don't mention the Dow here. I generally pick on the S&Ps, but Dow's very similar picture to the S&Ps here in terms of price action. Just more affordable for a lot of people on their trading platforms. You can take smaller position, or the cost of the position size. Okay, right, that's pretty much it for me this morning, so just a bit wait and see there. I will leave you at that point, and we'll see what happens. I didn't look at gold. Just a quick look at gold and silvers. Natural gas is up 4% today. I'll just tell you that. Silver's up today. Gold still pushing up regardless of anything else. $5,000 gold. What do you reckon? It's got to be on. It's got to be there, isn't it? The way things are going. Even with mentions of potential agreements with Greenland or whatever, I think this is still going to go up there. There's so much unrest there. Such a loose cannon. Anyway, natural gas, look, pitching up nicely. This is actually an option here that's sitting. It's probably gone a little bit far at the moment, but looking for retracements and possible moves on this. Right, and silver up 1.2%. This is still moving up there, so if you want to be pitching onto silver as opposed to gold, again with both silver and gold, I don't have an immediate little set. I like retracements and push-offs and breakouts and things like this. At the moment it's a bit ugly, so a bit of patience. Right, I shall leave you there anyway, and I will catch you tomorrow morning. Take care, have a good one, bye for now.